In the ancient heart of India, when the world was still new, lived a community of people with a special wisdom. They were the Asur tribe, the first and greatest ironsmiths the world had ever known. They didn't just work with metal, they understood its secrets, and they could coax it from the earth with fire and skill. This is their great and powerful legend.
It is a story from a time of creation, a story of the Asur people's powerful connection to the earth, and of a choice that would shape their destiny forever. Listen closely, for this is a tale to be remembered. This is the legend of the Asur smiths.
The Asur people were masters of their craft. From dawn till dusk, their 13 great furnaces, or pati, glowed like captured suns. The air was filled with the powerful symphony of their work, the deep roar of the flames, the steady whoosh of the bellows breathing life into the fire, and the rhythmic clang of hammers shaping the red-hot iron. They were proud of their work, and their skill was unmatched. But their endless labor sent a constant haze of smoke and heat rising into the sky. This great heat and smoke began to disturb the balance of the heavens, where the divine spirits, the devas, lived. The world was growing too warm. The devas grew concerned and went before the great spirit of the sky, known as Bonga. "O great spirit," they said, "the Asur people work so hard that their furnaces burn day and night. The world is becoming filled with heat and smoke. Their tireless work is changing the very earth and sky. We fear the balance of the world is being broken." Bonga saw the truth in their words. He saw the Asur's incredible skill and their deep devotion to their work. He knew that their strength and spirit were as powerful as the iron they forged.
A great storm of flood would not stop them, for their work was their life. So, he knew he must walk the earth himself and find a different way, a way that would test the very heart of the Asur people.
Bonga concealed his divine form and became a small boy with a sorrowful face. He was covered in painful sores, and he walked with a slow, unsteady gait. He made his way to the center of the bustling Asur village. As he stood amidst the roaring furnaces, he began to cry. It was a soft sound, but it was filled with such sadness that one by one, the mighty smiths stopped their work.
"My whole body is in pain," the boy cried out, his voice trembling. "These sores torment me day and night. Is there no one in this world who can offer a cure?" Now, the Asurs were known for their strength, but their hearts were even stronger. Their compassion was limitless. They set down their heavy hammers and gathered around the child. A kind Asur woman knelt beside him. "What has happened to you, little one?" she asked softly. "What is this illness that brings you so much pain?"
The boy looked up, his eyes filled with tears. "A wise elder told me of a single cure. I must enter the heart of the purest, hottest fire on earth. Only then will this ailment be burned away from within." The Asur people were horrified. Their furnaces were the hottest in the world, capable of melting stone into liquid metal. To place a child inside would be unthinkable. "We are creators, not destroyers," they said gently. "We cannot do such a thing. We will find you another way." But the boy stayed in their village, and his cries of pain were a constant sorrowful song. The sight of his suffering deeply moved the Asur women. Finally, they approached the men. "We cannot bear to watch him suffer," they pleaded. "His belief in this cure is so strong. Perhaps it is a form of divine magic we do not understand. Our hearts tell us we must help him." Torn by their compassion, the Asur men finally agreed. They led the boy to their primary furnace. With great care, the boy climbed inside. The Asur sealed the opening, their hands trembling. Then, with solemn prayers on their lips, they began to work the bellows. For 3 days and 3 nights, they tended to the fire. They did not work with the joyful pride of creation, but with the heavy hearts of those making a great and terrible sacrifice. They hoped and prayed that a miracle would occur. As the days passed, the furnace began to glow with a light not of this world. It shone brighter than the sun, and the very air around it shimmered with power. Then, on the dawn of the 4th day, a blinding silent flash of pure energy erupted from the furnace. It was not a destructive explosion, but a wave of pure creation. When the light subsided, the boy was gone. In his place stood Bonga, his divine form revealed. Where the furnace once stood, the earth was now blessed with precious metals.
gold and silver, as a gift. But this gift came at a great cost. The kind and powerful Asur smiths, who had worked the bellows, had given all of their energy and life to fuel the divine miracle. They were now still, their great work finished forever.
The few Asurs who survived were scattered, and the great age of their ironwork came to an end. Their story became a sacred legend, passed down from one generation to the next. Today, the descendants of these mighty smiths, the Asur tribe, still live in the hills and forests of India. They carry this story in their hearts, a reminder of their ancestors' unmatched skill, their profound kindness, and the great sacrifice they made.
And so, the legend of the Asur smiths is remembered. It is a story that honors a powerful history and the compassionate heart of a great people.